Daddy, can I play the music now? But this we go.
You know that I got love.
This is me and Daddy, and Jenny also. And we're here to teach you something, founded by Sow Your Grind. And goes a little something like this. Take it over, Daddy.
Welcome to Family Abide, Sow Your Grind. This is a podcast series highlighting lessons learned by the hard knocks and by grace. My name is Robert E. Meska Jr. and my co-host is Divine Lee, aka D. Lee. Our podcast intersects between the culture, faith, family, and finance. This is episode 1, Sow Your Grind. Divine, you talk about sow your grind a lot. Do you know what sow your grind means?
No, but I still need to practice, though.
Okay, so can we talk a little bit about what sow your grind means then?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know when you plant something, what happens when you plant something?
It grows.
It grows, right? And what happens when something grows?
It turns into a flower.
And does it become big and strong?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
So, what about when somebody works hard? Can you plant that into someone else too?
Well, I have a question.
Go ahead. What's your question?
My question is, we just need a seed to make flowers grow and a cup full of water, and then we just need to put some sun on it. But Mr. Sun would do that.
Yes. Typically, water, sun, and a little bit of love allows it to grow. Same thing with human beings. If I want you to grow and to be nice and strong, like mommy and daddy, we got to make sure we plant the right things in you, right?
Yeah.
So when I say sow your grind, I mean...
And other plants do the same thing.
Yeah. So when I say sow your grind, what I'm talking about specifically is planting in you hard work, determination, resiliency, strong work ethic, and ability to grow.
Plants need water every day because they need to grow and they want to be nice and healthy.
So if plants need water to grow and to be nice and healthy, what do humans need to grow to be nice and healthy?
Well, humans need water to be nice and healthy too.
Yeah, they do need water. But they need more than just water. What else do they need?
They need water, or they can drink lemonade.
Yeah, they can drink lemonade too. But specifically what I'm talking about is being able to not live only on water or on bread, but to live off of spirit, to live off of knowledge, to live off of love. And that's what daddy and mommy are trying to make sure that you know. So when everybody's your friend and they want to be their friend, then they can just be your friend. Yeah, everybody may want to be your friend, but sometimes everybody doesn't want to be your friend too. And you have to learn how to be confident in yourself.
And you have to learn to be nice to your friends.
You have to learn to be nice to your friends. You know what?
But if you don't be nice to the friends, then they will play with somebody else.
Sometimes, but you can't always be concerned about that.
Or you can say sorry.
Definitely should say sorry. Do you know what confidence is?
No.
Confidence is seeing yourself the way God sees you. Did you know that?
Yeah, but especially when you can't see God, you can still feel Him.
That's a great answer. So when daddy and mommy's not around, and I might not always be around, you may not be able to see me, but I want you to remember me and to feel me.
Well, when mommy and daddy's not around, then Jesus is still here.
That is good too. I want you specifically to know that when mommy and daddy's not around, that you remember and feel the concepts and the practices that were very important to me and mommy. Okay?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
It does make a lot of sense sometimes. But it's hard breaking it down. So, what does sow your grind mean?
I don't know, but
All right, we're going to
growing.
Growing. All right. D-Lee, we talked a little bit something about what it means to grow, right?
Yeah.
So, and we talked about something about learning and planting, right? Right?
Yes.
And we talked about planting our values.
And we talked about being friends.
We talked about being friends. So when I say sow your grind, that means I want to plant my values into you. Did you know that?
Yes.
So what does sow your grind mean?
I want to plant my values into you.
And to grow strong.
Yes.
Just like how a tree grows strong.
Yeah.
And how a flower grows strong.
Yeah, in a bush.
In a bush. And they need certain things to grow strong. Cultivating character through conversations. That's it. Yeah, that's really it. That's the goal of Family Abide. Hopefully I can do that with y'all today, and these topics become something you can carry on with your friends and family. Let's be honest, life can be tough at times, and unfortunately, many of us don't have the weapons and tools to be successful in their faith, family, and finances. I'm a little late with this episode because I've had some challenges over the last month with my computer and all, but I'm just grateful I could still get it out. I also look forward to having these discussions with my daughters so they learn how to deal with adversity. The good news is I have a new computer. Yes. Was able to save most of my recordings. Yes. And figured out how to get my mic working again. Yes. The triple play. However, you know what wasn't in the budget? A new computer. Got to figure that one out. So I had to put it on my credit card, and we can look into that decision-making process and learn a little bit more about APR and if I really need a new computer, and what is it based off me being a prosumer, consumer, or both. Let's talk a little bit about the show and why it's called Family Abide. The definition of abide that I connect with the most is to endure without yielding. That definition is so powerful and is the definition of success to me. If we're going to make it as a family, as a community, as a country, we have to endure. But abide is also an acronym. A stands for abundance because it is so important to speak into existence what we want to receive. God has given us all the tools to be great. It doesn't mean that it will be easy, but He demands us to yield a return on His investment in us. With that said, gratitude and self-awareness are two crucial elements that give us perspective with abundance. We can have something go right 99 times out of 100, yet as humans, we focus on the one time that it went wrong. Funny how we never question why it went right 99 times. That's why struggle, challenges, and outright failure can be so valuable. The being abide stands for beyond. Remember to dream big, and that our joy should always be greater than our I insecurities, which can be public, but are often personal and only known to ourselves. The D stands for debts, which can manifest in many ways in life, but are often financial. The last letter is E, and stands for entanglements, which are social. The thing about entanglements is that we always associate them with something bad. You can actually get entangled in a good thing. The problem is related to your loss of control or identity in that thing you get entangled within. So who is the man behind Family Abide? I am a husband, a father, a son, a brother, and a friend. I am a first-generation African American for the second time in my family's history. I was born in Washington, D.C. and grew up in Prince George's County, which has the highest average family income for a majority minority county in the nation. Yet, a lot of people in the county haven't found wealth. I spent a brief time in the United States Marine Corps Reserves while attending Howard University. During that time, I met a beautiful sister from Howard who was a dance major and went on to become a professional dancer and a dance teacher. But more importantly, she went on to become my wife. I spent several years in ATL to attend Emory University and received a doctorate in physical therapy. Both of my parents are from Sierra Leone, West Africa, and are descendants of free slaves from America who went back to Africa. Education was the most important thing in our household. I became what they thought success should be. Now, as a father of 2 stunning young black girls, ages 2 and 4, I'm realizing there is more to it, and I feel the responsibility to prepare them to enter a world that may not always see value in what or who they can be. To take the words of Dr. Tony Evans, I want to instill vision for them to look farther than they can see. As a result, it is important to have conversations about what I achieved and to be vulnerable enough to tell them what I could have done better. I want them to understand that they can't work themselves to wealth nor happiness. Wealth is creating something and watching it grow. This is my shot at wealth, not specifically financially, but it gives me an opportunity to plant a seed and watch something flourish. Hopefully, not just in my children and relationships, but in yours as well. People sell you a product all the time, but they rarely show you the process. They probably do that for a reason. I am an incomplete product. I have not paid off my student loans of $220,000. I do not max out my 403B every year. We have not paid off our house. Our daycare bill is almost as much as our mortgage. We don't have a 3-month nest egg for emergencies. We have a budget, but we don't always follow it to a T. We still have a car loan. My wife and I are not your next door millionaire. Well, at least not yet. Until last month, I totally rejected social media. I purposely ignored curating and cultivating a perfect virtual image of myself in order to give myself space to find my own internal image of greatness. I'm not your typical product. That means I'm just like you. Let's talk about the process about being great. As I reflected on my own process, I realized the world my kids live in is very different from how I grew up. So how can I ignore the world if it is my responsibility to provide them with the tools to be successful in it? I want them to see me pushing towards a goal, even when it's hard, even when other people can't see it, even when I can't post about it. So it's nice to hear about any one individual who can do all of these great financial or personal or social things. But the reality is not everyone can do all of them. Even the quote unquote professional family who are graduates from the illustrious Howard University. And that's okay. In other words, if you came to this show looking for all the answers or the blueprint for success, you came to the wrong place because I don't have them. However, what I can do, and something that every person that listens to this podcast can do, is reflect on your own life experiences. And then have a simple yet authentic conversation about what 3 things you would tell your past childhood self or your child based upon what you know about the world now. The next segment is our financial literacy segment. And I'm so excited to talk to y'all about APRs, credit cards, student loans. And I can't believe that my daughter is already excited to talk about these things on our show. So that's a win already. Hopefully this lasts through the teenage years and she's still excited to talk to me. All right, so the next thing you're going to hear is about me and Divine Lee talking about the word of the day. Welcome to Family by Sow Your Grind. I'm here with Divine Lee, a.k.a. D. Lee, and I'm here also with
Journey. This is Divine talking
All
right
right
now.
And we're here today to talk a little bit about financial literacy. This is when we go over one topic with D. Lee for the day. And these are the cards. We have some financial literacy jumpstart cards. I would recommend them highly. They come by cents to cents. And Divine, you are going to pick a card. Okay? We have a card here. And what letter does that word start with?
E.
E. What's the second letter?
N.
And what's the third letter?
T.
T. Entrepreneur is the financial literacy word for today. So, do you know what an entrepreneur is?
No.
No? All right. What do you think an entrepreneur is?
I think it's a dinosaur that eats something.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, ear, nose, and throat, entrepreneur. Entrepreneur relates to business. Do you remember when we were talking about business? What was that? What did me and you do together? We started a what?
We started
What's Family Abide, Sow Your Grind?
It's... I don't know what it is.
Good job. Okay. If you don't know what something is, just ask. It's a show. But we started a show together so that we could talk about big issues like faith, family, and finances. So, when you start something, you could start a business. Entrepreneur is someone who starts a business or tries to create something.
Yeah.
So remember when we were talking about Sow Your Grind?
Yeah.
And you put something in the ground and watch it grow?
Yeah.
A business person has an idea and they plant it and they watch it grow. Do you have an idea that you want to watch grow?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Love.
Love. That's a good answer. So you got to start a business and figure out how you can want to share love. Okay? So, do you know what an entrepreneur is?
No.
Okay, so we have to practice it again. What is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is a person who owns a business. But what is a business?
A business is when you plant something and you watch it grow.
An entrepreneur is someone who has an idea, plants a seed, and watches it grow.
Whoa.
All right?
I love that.
And what did we talk about today? What was the word of the day?
It was entrepreneur.
You made it a female? That's good. And entrepreneurs can be females or males, okay? All right. Any other questions?
No, thank you. I just want to say bye, guys. See you next time on Family Abide, Sow Your Grind.
Everybody need purpose to make this life worth it. Through the joy and pain, you gotta keep searching. Living life, no regrets. Ain't no shoulda, woulda, coulda, had an altar. Still been a minute since I've been up at the altar.
Thank you for listening to Family Abide. Make sure to subscribe in order to catch future episodes. Family Abide is available on all your favorite podcast outlets. Remember, life is not just about family. It's not just about wealth. It's about building people and communities that endure without yielding. Always choose your abundance beyond insecurities, debts, and entanglements. The next generation is depending on us. Remember your purpose. Sow your grind and watch it grow. Thank you for joining us on Family Abide.
Sow Your Grind.
Everybody need love. I'm tired of my problems, I'm tired of the drama, I'm tired of the pressure from my mama and my papa. I'm tired of the pain, I'm tired of the rain, I'm tired of the hurting, I'm tired of the working, I'm tired of the struggling, I'm tired of the hustling. I'm so sick and tired of having nothing.
Jam, you got something to say?
But after that, I'll turn the link on the link.
Yeah, I think it's good developing daddy-daughter relationships.